Hello again, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to give you a little short video now which is on the subject of audio, strangely, given it's a video, and what equipment I use to actually do this vlogging malarkey. The first thing is the camera that I'm using. This is a Sony RX100 Mark VII. It's the second one I've bought. I rather stupidly bought one earlier in the year and decided to sell it because I thought I wasn't actually going to produce this channel, but now that I have, and I've launched into doing vlogging sort of quite a bit, I need an appropriate camera, and for me this is the perfect little tool. It's light, it's small, it's got an incredibly good autofocusing system that follows your eyes and tracks your face, so that as I move around the picture quality doesn't alter, it doesn't go out of focus and so on. It's mounted in a small rig video cage, I think these things are called. Basically it's a frame around the camera itself held in place by a locking screw here that just tightens around the static part of the lens on the side here. And this little camera is stunning. It's 4K. It really does some really nice imagery. It's got a tripod mount on the bottom and a series of little tiny holes all over it with screw threads on them so that you can actually mount other items all over it. It's got a couple of cold shoes, one there and one there, on which you can mount items like microphones. The one that I would have on here is actually on top of the Samsung phone that I'm recording this on, which is directly above where my head appears to be. To you guys, my head appears to be there, but the microphone's here somewhere, about there. I've got two different microphone systems. One is the Rode microphone, which this is being recorded on. Now I'll just unplug, and the smartphone will still continue recording at a less efficient audio level, I suspect. This is a Rode video microphone. It's one of the cheaper ones. I think I paid about £40, £45 for it. And this plugs into, in the case of the camera microphone input on the end of the camera, which would be in there on this little Sony. Or in the case of putting it back onto my Samsung, it goes into the Samsung. Hopefully that audio will have been restored at a reasonable level now. As well as that, I've also got this pair, they work together. It's a wireless audio transmitter and receiver. The receiver part with the cable on it here actually plugs into the normal microphone input on the phone, or in this case my Sony RX100, and this simply takes the signal sent from this and puts it as the audio track, as if it were a local microphone plugged directly into the camera. This little unit is actually a microphone in its own right. It does, if I show it to you, it does actually have a microphone in it. It also has a 3.5 microphone jack point here, so that it can be, another microphone can be plugged into it if I don't want to use the one that's actually inbuilt. The idea is that this plugs onto your sort of collar or somewhere, and then while you're talking, it doesn't matter how far away you get from the transmitter, which is mounted on the camera, because the distance from the microphone to where my voice is coming from is the same. So I can walk quite a distance away, 50-80 feet away, and yet the audio will stay the same, and it'll be being relayed into the camera and go as the audio track with the video the camera's taking. So that's the main components of what I use. The other parts to it are, I've got a couple of little gizmos here. These little gizmos are, this one goes into the bottom of my Samsung phone, which is recording you at the moment, or recording me. It has two microphone inputs on it, and it also has a headphone output on it. This is another one. This is actually the unit that plugs into my iPhone. It does the same thing. It's got two microphone inputs and also headphone output. So I could use this to interview people and have two microphones, one coming to me and one going to the other person, or any combination. It just mixes the audio signal up and gives it to the phone. So they're the main parts. There's one little part extra which I'll mention. The part of the thing I didn't realise with making videos is you need to keep the shutter speed pretty constant, and in bright daylight the shutter speed can go up to quite high levels to actually make the light levels right that you're recording. As a result, the resultant video is very jerky. It doesn't look very cinematic. So what I've also got is this neutral density filter, which I think you can see is working, blocking the light out the more I twist it. This magnetically fixes onto the front of the actual Sony here. There's a little tiny metal ring that sticks on the front. I'll just show you there. That is sticky backed and it sticks on, and then this literally does that. It just pops into place and it's pretty sturdy, and that allows me to lower the light level and get the shutter speed that I want while I'm videoing. I haven't really used it yet because I'm still a bit new to this. I'm trying to put all the pieces together, but that's one of the other things that we need. Now, one more component part is this microphone, which I will drag into the frame and turn around so you can see it. This is a studio style microphone which plugs via USB directly into my computer, which is over there behind the monitors. The idea behind this is that you have to be really quite close to it, so normally you'd be only a matter of inches away from the microphone, and this fluffy thing round it stops the spitting and sort of noises, fluffy noises, getting into the audio, and it's mounted in this sort of springy wire frame thing so that if you knock it, it doesn't make noise into the audio track. This normally is what I use when I'm talking directly, overlaying audio track onto recorded screen images when I'm, for instance, screencasting, that sort of thing. So this little beastie sits out of sight normally on its telescopic frame thing, and that pretty much wraps up what I've got in the way of vlogging equipment. I'm hoping this will be all I need. It works very well, I'm very pleased with it, and that's really a wind up there. So thank you for watching. I hope you found the input interesting, and I haven't gone on too long, and I'm trying to look at the camera. I must remember to do that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to watch more of my videos, subscribe to the channel and click the little bell symbol that appears next to the channel, and then you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded. Anyway, thanks, bye.